Today I'm going to be interviewing Alexander Santana from the Vanderbilt Kennedy UCEDD in Tennessee. Can you tell us what you do at the center?
Sure. Well, first, thank you so much for this interview. It reflects the work that Tennessee Disability Pathfinder and the Vanderbilt Kennedy Center is doing for immigrants and refugees and other underserved populations. So that's basically my job. I work as a multicultural program coordinator of the Tennessee Disability Pathfinder and the Vanderbilt Kennedy Center.
Can you describe what is an immigrant?
Well, there are two categories that people can come here. One is immigrant and the other is refugee, but they both fall into immigrant as a whole category. So an immigrant is someone who intends to establish a new life in a new country, and a refugee is someone who comes through a resettlement process. An immigrant doesn't qualify for some social services, and that refugees do qualify. So the refugees establish a new life because of political persecution and other reasons that they are persecuted in their countries.
Can you explain what a persecution is?
The rights and freedom that we in America enjoy are not the same in other countries. For example, in my case, in Cuba, people who have a different opinion of the government can be prosecuted. They can be sent to jail, they can be tortured, or they can be even assassinated. In other countries, the reasons can vary. For example, there are people from the Bhutanese community who were prosecuted in their countries only because they belong to a certain ethnic groups. They had to leave the country, otherwise they could be killed.
Thank you. Many leaders, including us here at AUCD, is very concerned about children being separated from their families at the border. Can you tell us why that is the case?
Well, that is a sad situation, very sad situation. I myself was separated from my children and wife for 5 years because I came before and they stay in Cuba. So I know all the implications that can have for children. I personally think, and that's my personal opinion, that that is a bad law, just as simple as that. I mean, we shouldn't be doing that to children.
Can you explain what does that mean?
As a matter of common sense and humanity, I believe that a child that is separated from parents are having a lot of stress and probably some sort of trauma as well. I mean, they need the education and support, emotional and psychological support of the parents, for sure. That's what I experienced with my children, and that's what I believe that other parents and other children are probably experiencing because of this bad law that we had in place.
Thank you. And the last question is, what did your center do to help immigrants and refugees with disabilities?
We are doing different things, and one is having a helpline for immigrants and refugees who speak any language. They can call us, and our staff speak Spanish, but we have access to a multilingual phone interpretation line where people can access to an interpreter in any language. The other thing that we do is that we have a parent support group for Latino families with children with autism and other disabilities. We meet every other month and we bring speakers to the group to inform them about disability services and resources. And we also have, in collaboration with other organizations, we created a multicultural alliance on disability. We call it the Alliance. And that is to create more ties and more connection and collaboration with refugees and immigrants organizations and organizations that serve people with disabilities. The other thing that we have is a database of bilingual providers. We have a database that is called Camino Seguro, caminoseguro.org, and in there we have more than 300 agencies in Tennessee that have someone in the staff who speaks Spanish.
Thank you, Alexander, for bringing an interview.
Thank you so much, Liz. Bye.
Hi, everyone. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please comment below.